Hey guys, it's another month and we are back. It's Topics. We're counting down all the stories that people have been dissecting and enjoying throughout the week right here with the fun segments you don't want to miss. So hey, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back and make sure to hit that subscribe button while you wait for us because we will be back shortly. Welcome back, guys, and we're starting off today's show on a very sad note because this week has been a very, sad week of losses. We've had a lot of losses in the Ghanaian entertainment industry, from the music fraternity to the acting fraternity, and it's sad that we're just, like halfway through the year, and there's been so many people that we've lost. Hopefully, we wouldn't see more losses in the coming months, but in this week alone, Kumawood actor Patrick Sappho passed away, and it has been confirmed by his family that he went swimming with his management team. They had an event in Koforidua, one of the hotels, so they had a meeting. After eating, he just decided to go and have a dip, and then that was it. The next minute, he was floating and taken to the hospital, confirmed dead, and the family is still in shock because you are, nobody's ever prepared for that. So it's quite sad that for someone who went to do a business meeting, just decided to take a moment of pleasure, and then that was the end. The person didn't come back home. It's very sad. But away from that, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about that in terms of, oh, he knew he can't swim. Why did he go to a fit he can't swim in? And I'm like, guys, you don't know the circumstances. Maybe I might not. Yes, and also the part that he had just finished eating and he dipped into the pool. It's not advisable that you dip into a pool right after eating and all of that. And I'm like, guys, you never know what is happening. You never know what is going to happen. So we can't be the judge of that. The best you can do is to send your condolence to his family and share your support to them virtually. But away from Patrick, another Ghanaian artist who has been in the UK for some years now, his name would ring a bell because there was a time that he was compared to Samini. Sonny Bali was the abrogate version of Samini. He brought the musical flair with the accents and all of that in between. And he's been away from the music scene for quite a long time. A lot of people didn't know what was happening with him. A lot of people didn't actually even know he was living in the UK until news of his passing came out just yesterday. And it has been alleged that he was suffering from liver problems, and then he died due to a cardiac arrest in the UK. And a lot of people in the music industry have shared their, sympathies, their condolences, especially when you've not heard from someone for a very long time, and then you hope to hear news of maybe they're coming back with a single or an album, and then the next thing you're going to hear is that they passed away unexpectedly. It's a blow that nobody ever prepares for, so it's quite sad. But then, those are the losses that hit the Ghanaian entertainment industry this week. Hopefully, like I said, we won't hear any more of it, and we'll hear more of the happiness, the weddings, the babies, the musics, the movies, and all that is in between.
Moving on to our fourth pick, away from all the sad news and the deaths and everything, there's some good news. John Dumelo has shocked fans. I don't know, that's like we've had some shocks, like people have been able to hide certain things, but at a point in time, you hear a rumor about it somewhere, just that they don't come out to confirm it until they are ready. But John Dumelo, there was no rumor, nothing. John has a second baby, guys. A second baby. He and his beautiful wife, Gifty Mawena, also known as Miss G Only, welcomed a child on this day in 2021. So June 10th, 2021. The child is 1 year already, and they're celebrating her birthday today, and they thought it's wise that, okay, now is the time for us to show the world that our new baby is here. And from the comments that I've seen on social media, she's called Mali. Yeah, so I don't know whether she was named after the country Mali or, where the origin of that name is from. But yeah, John Dumelo is a father of 2 now. Please put some respect on his name.
For me, I don't think it's a shock, though, because she's friends with Nadia Buhari. If Nadia Buhari could hide her 4 kids from Ghanaian entertainment industry, it's very possible that John could hide her. John could hide his. Well, moving on to our third pick for this week, and it's a story that And another one, it's a story that, because what was the end? What was the aim? What was the goal? And what was it for? So guys, Patapa and Zion Felix over Miss Peasy. I mean, that's literally the context of it all. So Patapa accused Zion Felix of causing conflict between he and his wife. After he had seen, Zion Felix chilling with his wife in Germany, he gave off the impression that Zion Felix is feeding negative, ideas into his wife's head to spite her against him and all of that. And a lot of people were like, no, that's not possible. Zion lives in Ghana. He just went to Germany. They are just chilling. How is that even possible that Zion Felix is the reason why you are going to have issues to the extent that it might lead to divorce? Whilst we were debating that, Patapa went on an interview with Sammy K and said that you people, you don't understand. I am a Ghanaian. Zion Felix knows me. How do you bypass me? Do not inform me that you are going to meet my wife. And then the next thing I see is you chilling with my wife.
Eating fufu and
things. You are an harmonizer. You are an harmonizer. I don't know if Patapa has a bit of guy in him, but he said harmonizer. But basically, he's calling Zion Felix a womanizer for, doing what he did. And we thought that was it, from the interview. That was the end of the story. The next thing we see, there is a flyer, a Zion Felix Dick song. And I was like, hey, I said my head shake. It's very, very serious. But in between all of the things that Patapa was doing in Ghana, Zion Felix sat down with Miss Peasy, and they had an interview where she clearly said that, no, there's no such truth to all that has been said. She does not have an issue with Patapa. She actually even misses Patapa because Patapa makes her very happy, and she was very shocked with the rumors of, they having a divorce. But the fact that she does not wear her ring often do not mean that they are having issues. They are okay, they are fine, their marriage is fine. She's just away from home for a while, and that does not mean that all is bad. So at the end of the day, the publicity stunt ended where Patapa has come to apologize to Zion Felix. So, in conclusion, the song didn't come out. It was not a hit. And the 1 week, 2 weeks, minutes of fame, it's over.
So, guys, moving on to our second pick of the week, and a rather shocking one. You guys remember the famous two Rastafarian guys who gained admission into Achimota School but were denied because of their hair and all that. And then it became a whole public issue. People had to come in, headmistress, they stressed they are until she gave admission to them. So, Tyron, I think out of the two boys, it was Tyron who was most popular. In that he was very fluent, he went for a lot of interviews and all that. So he became sort of the face of the whole issue, and he and his father were the face of the whole debacle. And so it was rather shocking that we were here sitting in our homes, and then all of a sudden a video pops up, and Tyron, who is Tyron's father, is accusing his son of inflicting like various wounds on him, on his hands. And it was rather visible. You could see blood oozing out, and they were deep, very deep cuts. So according to him, he says, this is not the first time Tyron has done that. He has been abusing him physically for years, and his mom stays quiet all the time. But this particular very incident, he had destroyed his younger sister's tablet. And then they decided that they were going to repair it. And when he went in to ask him, what was going on, Tyron got angry, took the tablet charger, and started beating him up. Now, when the story broke, it took a lot of people by surprise. Like, Tyron, when you hear him speak, he's a very calm guy who looks like he's very level-headed and all that, very respectful and all that. So a lot of people were like, how is this boy, this small boy, able to overpower his father and inflict such wounds? Yes.
It looked more like an animal attack than a human.
Exactly. It looked like a dog had, But yes, people were not buying into it, and a lot of people were also trying to say that, okay, all this while Tyron was not a saint, but the media was, promoting him to be like a saint. This is what weed does, trying to link it to the Rastafarian aspect of the fact that It became a whole public issue, and later on, after the video came out, Mr. Tyron has come out to say that he doesn't know how the video came out, but and he's apologizing to the public. I mean, he didn't really say anything about the actual assault, whether
it happened, if Tyron did it or
not, and what he said. He was just apologizing about the fact that he's a father and these things should be settled at home. He doesn't know why he brought the video out to the public. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions, and I feel like it will be very important to hear the side of Tyron too, because this is you. Your father has accused you of something like this. It's going to create a dent on your image and all that. Already, your image is like something that is debatable in the country, and then if these accusations come to add to it too, don't you think?
Yeah, but I feel it's a family issue. The father was wrong for bringing it out in the first place. Tyron coming back to come and respond to it, to clear his name, is like airing further debt between your family in public. Your father said you've done it. You're coming out to say that what, I didn't do it or I did it. You know, it's just going to make it an unending cycle of a family always bringing their issues to the public. So I think it's best they just take everything off social media, deal with it in their home, and just let things go. Ghanaians, we forget things as time goes on. Also, guys, we're coming to the end of today's topics, but we can't leave without our number one pick. And our number one pick is for my number one person that I will always, number one, be tired of. The Afia Schwarzenegger. The. I'm sick, but I have strength for her. The Afia. What is the latest update in her dramatic life?
Oh my God.
Afia Schwarzenegger versus Chai Woon to me. This one, dear Chai Woon to me says I will to me. Chai Woon to me say me to me.
Wait 2 minutes.
So guys, you recall we're here when Afia was taking pictures at Woon to Me TV and Woon to Me Radio, all smiling with Chai, all smiling with Chai, and we thought, oh, Afia is coming back to radio. We even did stories about Afia returning to the media through Woon to Me. And then suddenly, there was a shift in the atmosphere, and then a shift in character and a shift in personality. And now it was Dolores from Paul Manso, the arch rival of Afia Schwarzenegger. As soon as this news came out, I knew there was fire on the mountain. It was brewing. It was just waiting to erupt and explode. And when it did in a huge way. So, Afia Schwarzenegger, reacted to the news of Delay joining, said all that she had to say, to the extent of calling Delay barren. Which, got to Delay. Delay went on air. She got CFO. She said she was tired of the bullying for years. And then Afia went back to react to this Delay crime interview and gave out the most unfathomable things that, you can't think about. So according to her, she and Chema Woon to me are an item. They were together in the past. To the extent that when Chai Mai Woon to me is doing the do with her, and he's about to release himself. All the time. Oh yeah. And this is Afia's definition and description, guys. I mean, why would you even let the public know of such sensitive issues? It's you and him. Why should we know all of this? She said very, very shocking things, and everybody was like, no, this is just too extreme. And everybody thought, it's one of those things, Chema Woon to me is going to let it go. But Maurice Sampao came out and said that Afia was wrong and Chairman is going to take an action, and then also called problem for himself. Afia went to bring a speakerphone and call Antoine Yamwa with her snap and cursed on tiles and cursed Maurice Sampao. And I'm like, hey, so nobody will stop this woman. literally, she looks like unstoppable. But I hope this action by Chama to me would deter her a bit. I mean, it's not the first time someone has threatened the legal action against Afia Schwarzenegger, but Chama to me has, you know, taken a legal step and, you know, sued her for 2 million. And she has 8 days to respond to it. Like I said, this is not the first time. Most of the time people do it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know where the case ends up. But for me, I am on the defense of someone needs to do something. Someone needs to do something to stop Afia Schwarzenegger. Because honestly, I am a nobody, but I am tired of her antics. I am tired of her. I don't fear anybody. I don't care about anybody. I'm the boss of social media. I can do whatever I want and nobody can do me.
She doesn't even know what the word extreme is.
Yes, no, it does not exist in her vocabulary. Extreme is a beginning point. I mean, it's just too much. Honestly, it's just too much. And for me,
if you can come out and call another woman barren, when your issue came up, your husband recorded your nakedness. We were on social media. We saw how these women rallied against you. Like, no, for you. Supported you.
If you're sure. Guys, that is it. Asa, why? Asa, no, over here. If you have anything to say it in the comment section. If you have anything to add it in the comment section.
Because
are you a campaigner? Are you a supporter? Or you are on the team of she should take it slow and put a stop to some of the things she does? But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all for this week's topics. A bit of a good news, a bit of a sad news, and a bit of dramatic news in between. Yeah. But then it's been fun bringing you all the things that people have been saying on social media this week. Always make sure to read the stories into details on www.ameyawthebra.com. Please follow us on social media. We keep you updated regularly on Ameyaw TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also whenever you're on YouTube, do not forget to search for us on Ameyaw TV Official and subscribe while you are at it.